Hi and welcome to Fans Talk Football, where we're just ordinary fans who love to talk about football. And today's podcast, we have with us a very special guest, Zai, or as other people know him as Zainul Azrin. He's been a lifelong Newcastle fan, and today he's going to share with us the insights of Newcastle. But before that, why don't you introduce yourself to our viewers? Tell us more about Azrin.
I'm Azrin, or some people call me Zai. I've been a Newcastle fan since '97. It just so happened that my first jersey that my grandmother gave me, and also the first ball my dad bought me had a brown ale logo on it. So for me, it's a coincidence that I'm a black and white Toonami.
And lifelong, and he stuck by them through 2 relegations, if I'm not mistaken. Was it 2 relegations?
2, 3, yeah.
It was a difficult period.
Yes.
And but somehow they have managed to turn things around. So, as recent as up to last season, they appointed Steve Bruce as manager. And a lot of people was staking for them to go down that season. But that didn't happen. As a matter of fact, they surprised everyone.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Definitely. Okay, to start off with, I am in this Toon Army group. It's a WhatsApp group
Yeah.
where we discuss everything Newcastle. And in the group, we have those who are pro Bruce and also those who are really against
Steve Bruce.
Bruce. So you will get to really exercise opinions about the club, but more to a point that with the performance we put on the table, it's you get what you pay. You know, with a very stingy owner like Mike Ashley,
Who was supposed to sell the club on several thousand occasions.
on many occasions. But if we are going to settle with Steve Bruce and this is the kind of performance he's giving us, then we are happy. You know, last year, of course, everybody predicted Newcastle to be going down for the maybe 4th time in 10 years, the last 10 years. But I would be very pleased again if we are going to finish even in the bottom half of the table, as long as we survive another relegation ordeal.
Yeah, well, at the end of last season, there was a lot of news going around that some Saudi owners were supposed to take over, and this new owners, was going to give capital injection to the club, much needed capital injection, and they were rumored to sign so many star players. I bet that must have given you a lot of joy.
It was
during
a
that period.
very interesting time for us. There were articles that we were just so excited about reading, Mbappe,
Yeah.
and many other names. But at one point we just grew tired of having too much hope. You know, for the past 10 years of supporting the Toonami, being a Newcastle fan, there's just so many downs. Maybe there was that one season under Pardew where we finished 5th. I thought that was probably the best time to be watching Newcastle play. You have Hatem, Benafa, Coloccini. But apart from that, the moment he left us, and things just went downwards.
You had some good managers like Kevin Keegan in the Premier League era. It was Kevin
Mhm.
Keegan,
Yeah.
and then Sir
Yes.
Bobby Robson, who took you to, well, you played several seasons in the Champions League.
Yes, we did.
I'm sure that's the goal
Yeah.
right now, to get back to that, those days.
That is the dream. When we were playing in the Champions League, for me, I was still quite young then, but I still remember vividly that performance in Netherlands, Bellamy scoring that goal to get us to the second round
Yeah.
of Champions League.
And not to mention, I think Newcastle lost their first 3 games
Exactly.
in the group, and then
And
being
then
the only team to come back after
come back.
losing their first 3 games.
Exactly.
That's pretty impressive.
And we crave for that performance. We crave for such teams like that. But we cannot hope or dream under this regime. how can we? You know, we are just so tired, and every single time we watch a game, it's not just against the top six, the big six, but against the any other team in the Premier League. Will be on the edge of our seats. Is that fair for us? Every game is a life-threatening experience. You know, nothing is guaranteed until the final whistle. So how are we supposed to enjoy football every weekend like that?
Yeah.
You know, we don't get to control possession, we don't get to score goals.
Yeah.
We are
You know,
ranked
how that
20th
feels.
in almost every aspect of data that they will provide us on TV, on Sky. So what are you going to shout about here? Why are we even doing this podcast? What is there to talk about? To be honest with you,
Well, Newcastle has actually been quite impressive this season, I would say.
they are. But how long do you want us to play safe? Every single time it's the back five. Okay, the last game against Crystal Palace, probably that was the only time when we took the risk. Just look at the formation we played. We enjoyed 64% possession in the first 20 minutes. But can we do that throughout the whole season?
Well, I suppose that is quite difficult, but there is a group of talent in the squad. We've got Miguel Angron, and then we've got Alan Saint-Maximin, and then we've got Joel Linton. I mean, cost £40 million from Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
And the striker, well, I would think it was
Wilson.
brilliant signing, Callum Wilson. And what I think is the missing piece in Steve Bruce's formation.
Yeah. I think you're right about Callum Wilson being probably can be this season signing of the season. But being a Newcastle fan, you just need to understand our frustration. Throughout the whole season last year, we were linked with Mbappe.
Yeah.
And it was we were just discussing in the group in many forums in Newcastle, like, where is Mbappe going to fit in the team? But now, you know, the reality strikes. We have Callum Wilson from Bournemouth.
Talk us through what actually happened with that Saudi deal. Why did it break down?
I can only tell you the frustration as a fan. You know what happens behind the scene is.
What were the rumors, at least? What was the ongoing rumors? What
But-
was the news circulating?
But with past experience of us getting all this false hope, to be honest, I'm not sure who to believe. Whether there was a real deal, whether the intention was clear to really take over Newcastle, or whether Richard Masters really refused to get the deal done,
Yeah.
or it was just I'm not sure. I can't say it. To be honest, I can't say it. I might be in danger for even saying it. But whether it is genuine,
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
you will not want to go over this again. The next takeover, nobody is going to believe you. You know, nobody is going to believe us.
Yeah.
You know, and it's embarrassing when, you know, being you being an Arsenal fan and you have English being a United fan. Like, at what point are you going to keep asking us, like, are you still a big club? Yes, we have a big fan base, but stop saying we are a big club. We are no longer a big club. And most of us fans are already starting to be very deluded. We are already at the stage where we are still in denial. We are no longer a big club. So stop getting our hopes high up. But you can't blame us. With all these rumors going around, I just feel sad with what's going on. But I can't grow old watching the team that I support since young being bullied like this.
You're a loyal fan, and as it is, Mike Ashley came out several times talking about selling his club. Numerous buyers from China, from Saudi. Is that just a gimmick, or does he actually want to sell his club? Is he just getting publicity when he says that he wants to sell the club?
He is after all a businessman. looking at the numbers, the figures we are making, no losses, probably very clean when it comes to the dealings with his transfers. But we need to get it done really quickly. Now with the pandemics going on, who is going to buy over a football club?
Yeah, no.
Nobody is going to think about buying a Premier League football club, especially at this time.
Mhm.
So we need someone like probably close to him to tell him that, you know what, you cannot do this to Newcastle, the club, the fans, the players. Like, just pump in the money, get more players signed in January.
Yeah. Who you expecting this January transfer window? Anyone coming in or anyone going out?
Probably he would. Right now, I can only think of getting more stewards in. I don't see any signs that we can actually get more players in January. He's been very stingy with everybody, like in the club, not just the footballing department, but the club as a whole. He has retrenched so many people.
Yeah.
So it's I guess after all, he is a businessman and he will only think about profits.
Yeah. Well.
Like, you get clubs like Arsenal, Liverpool, United. They are struggling, but they will always try to really understand where they are. In what position they should be in, and looking at the table, they are on the right track.
Well, not Arsenal. I think Newcastle is doing better than Arsenal at the moment. They're higher up the table than Arsenal.
But it's still too early to tell. And recently I saw Roy Keane was making a big joke about Arsenal having enough to stay.
They are the current joke of them at the moment.
Correct.
It's like I don't know.
Well,
we're not talking about Arsenal.
Yeah, correct. But I guess these are all the big distractions. But the real joke is actually in the northeast.
Really?
That's what I think.
Where do you think Newcastle will finish this season? Optimistically and realistically?
If they keep playing like how they performed last game against Palace, I would say, in not top half, but safe somewhere in the middle of the table. Yeah.
We'll come back on that. Definitely, we'll see where Newcastle fares by the end of the season. I think that they'll finish in the top half of the. No, that's a bit. No. Somewhere in the middle. That's
What?
That's about right. How about in cup competitions?
Yeah.
In the FA Cup, they've
We
got
have Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's
In the FA Cup. It's always a good game, Newcastle, Arsenal. There was that iconic 4-4. Cheick Tiote, God rest his soul. That fourth, I don't know, the equalizer, the 4-4.
Yeah,
from a distance, and the commentator was just screaming, "Yay!" and then there was five.
Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll goal at the Emirates.
At the Emirates.
I was there. I was actually there at that game. I was actually the only game that I've been that Arsenal lost. It was so frustrating. I felt like
amazing.
Oh my God.
That's the thing about being a Newcastle fan. We don't win big match. We don't win cups. We don't win tournaments or any championships. But with victories like that, small victories like that in league, like against Arsenal, like, we will always cherish it. We will remember it for a long time. That Andy Carroll header, or Tiote scoring the last minute equalizer.
Yeah.
We will remember these games because we don't win anything. We don't win trophies. So might as well try to cherish all the little things.
You know what I think is very frustrating about Newcastle was because they've been they're known as the team who's been top of the table for 360 days, and that's the most number of days at the top of the table without actually winning the Premier League. And it was one of the golden eras when Kevin Keegan was still in. They were consistently finishing second behind Man United, at one point being 8 points ahead, and then just 13 points ahead and just combusting at the end of the season. So I feel the frustration like right now. What are, as a fan, obviously, what's your opinion on the immediate changes that can be made to the club, in the short term, that can see them make more significant progress?
Okay, I can't question so much on Steve Bruce's tactics. You know, he has 400 games under his belt.
Yeah.
But who am I to tell him, you know, what position we should be playing, what formation we should be playing with Steve Bruce? He knows his stuff, but it's just the fact that being a Newcastle fan and being frustrated over what happened in the last season, you know, being linked to a lot of signings, we are just so fired up to make sure everything is in order. So, but when you get for formation like that, to just sit behind the whole 90 minutes, it's just so tired. He just gets so tired of watching. So
You feel like switching off the television or something?
exactly, but that if you once you do that, there goes your weekend.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't want to be in this position. And I'm not saying this because, you know, I'm being a sore loser or what. I have to accept the reality. You know, we have to accept the reality. But who can survive that the whole season? You have 10 players behind the ball. Against Chelsea the other day at St. James's, we were trailing by 1 goal and we were still sitting at the back, you know, parking the bus.
Yeah.
We were not trying.
It's like more damage control
Exactly.
than trying to go for the game.
Exactly. And being a Premier League team, you should at least try. You know, but with Steve Bruce, like you said, it's about the damage control.
Yeah.
If, as long as you can do that, you know, the Daily Mail will not trash Newcastle on the back page.
It's Mike Ashley's paper.
You got that right.
So, before we go, just share us with your thoughts on who do you think will be in the relegation fight this season. I know Leeds is one of them. Who are the rest?
Oh, well, Arsenal will have enough to stay up, so they are not in contention of playing in the championship next season.
I don't know, man.
Fizzy pop
By the
league,
way,
whatever you
they
call
just
it.
somehow just want to lose.
Yeah.
Designed for doom.
Of course, you can only base on what you see on TV right now. Newcastle is not one of them. Glad to get that out on TV, to say it on podcast that they are not being biased, but they are just not in contention to be relegated. But I would go for Fulham, West Brom, and Aston Villa.
Aston Villa? You mean Sheffield?
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa?
Sheffield will somehow turn the tables around, because they have the experience and they will be motivated by how they finished last season.
Sheffield United's at the bottom right now.
Exactly, with just 1 point.
Yeah.
But you saw teams like Watford last season.
Yeah.
They
Almost. And
almost.
we've seen Leicester
Exactly. They
by the same manager, Nigel Pearson.
Yes.
Both, yeah.
Exactly. So they almost made it, but Sheffield, for some reason, you watch them play. I just thought that they have been very unlucky. I'm gonna probably give them like that.
They got that Liverpool player. I think it's Brewster. I think.
Yes, he's got
Ryan Brewster.
Yes. Yeah. So I think they will stay up.
Burnley's in the relegation zone right now.
Yes,
sitting second
but
from bottom.
I can only choose
three teams. Yeah.
So
So it's
that
Fulham,
was my
West Brom, and Aston Villa.
yes. If you ask any Newcastle fans, they will hate
Aston Villa.
for getting them relegated in 2006. So
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just follow up and see if Zai gets this right. We're gonna try and put him in our quizzes too. Put him head to head with either Dr. Ling or Nick. And I think that's about it. Thank you for participating in our podcast today. Thank you guys for sticking around to Fans Talk Football. We have Azrin signing out today. Please do let us know if you want to hear more on Newcastle or more on Azrin himself. Just give us a shout out in the comment section below, and please support our channel and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see cats, he's got loads of cute cats. So yeah, you can also request for cats in the comment section. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon.